It's a fresh season with a juicy and spicy touch on the Broken Pen Show. I mean, this is the first time you're seeing me on your screens in 2025. How do you feel? And I just love it because it's the month of February. And if you didn't know already, it's my birthday month. So, and as you can see, I'm already clad in a little bit of white and red because, I mean, Valentine is love. Love is Valentine. And we're getting ready for the Valentine season. Now, today, a lady's dilemma will burst your brain. Now, in recent years, the definition of happy has been redefined. One of the reasons being how each individual chooses to identify themselves. The question today is, what would you do if your husband confesses to you months after marriage that he is bisexual? I'll allow that to sink in. But guys, we're coming to you live from New Edition Home Minimalist and Bespoke Furniture, located in the ANC corner, East Legon, and we're held down, of course, by no other than Nags Calabash and Cocktails. Like we always say, you can join the conversation on our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag Broken Pen, or you can send us your messages, your opinions, your reactions via our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. Of course, you already know the girl. You know my name. My name doesn't need any introduction, but for those of you that are new viewers, my name is Yavita and I'm always your host for Broken Pen. And tonight, I am honored to have this mix. You know how the proverbial okra stew is like? You know, you have a little bit of beef in there, some crabs in there, some, you know, wele in there. Some people cry they can add shrimps to it. That is the exact type of guest that I have in studio with me today. I'm going to start with a lady, I don't even know what to say. Like, she looks so beautiful. And earlier on when I was having a conversation with her, I told her she looks like one influencer that I know. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a dancer with the Phoenix Dance Crew. Ada, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're looking so good.
Thank you.
You know, I already told you, you look like I'm umbrella.
Yeah, I get that.
You get that a lot. This is that you're a dancer. They say you teach me how to dance. And,
Sure, no problem.
okay, good. And of course, I've got my very own. He's a friend. He's a confidant. I love him so much, but don't tell him. He hears me tell him that I love him once a year, which is fine by me because I can't be telling you I love you every day. Ladies and gentlemen, he's a media personality and a content creator on Hiniba Nuruddin.
Hiya.
Hi, Hiniba.
Hi, darling.
Why are you wearing yellow? Is it that you knew that I was going to wear red and then you wore yellow?
I think I'm not so happy about the Valentine's this year.
So that's why you wore yellow?
Yes, I don't want to represent
That's
it.
I bind you.
Yeah, don't let that start.
Anything that doesn't like Valentine, I bind you.
But I don't like Valentine, but this particular year.
Yes. Once you don't like it this year, you don't like it, I bind you again in the name of you. You yourself say amen. Okay, amen. And of course, we've got our third guest. Now, there's a little bit of conversation going on.
Yeah.
He is well, I don't want to, okay. Our guest is a choreographer and a dancer.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask how I should address you because now we're in a very sensitive world. So what would you prefer your pronoun?
It's he, him.
He,
It's
him.
he, him.
You're okay with
Yes,
him.
he, him.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you already know the face. Roy King. Roy, what's up?
I'm
You look
feeling
so
hey,
good. I
girl.
like your necklace.
Thank you.
How I wish I wasn't the host. Then I could have swapped outfits and then you look so good.
Thank you. You look good too.
Thank
Classic.
you. Oh my God! Yeah, I learned how to, clap again from Roy. You do it with your fingers. So that's what we're doing.
Yes.
But Roy, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
on
for having
set.
me.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know the man, the controversial man on set. Zico himself, the one that is by the stand of the Nax Calabash and Cocktail. And he says, embrace that enchanted spectacle that will leave your guests wanting more. What is your vibe? No matter your take or vibe to life, they've got you covered. They're your best plug for all your local and cocktail bar treats. You can call them on the number 0540-101-370, or you can check out their social media handles, Zico Pie on Instagram and Funkcock at TikTok. I'm catching a breather. But guys, now to today's story.
I want your readers to help me fix this broken pen. I grew up in a Christian home and with the right principles. My parents ensured I received the right training I needed to navigate life. They always taught me to work hard, be honest, and do my maximum best with whatever I was given. With this, I did my best academically throughout my educational journey. Along the way, I also picked up valuable skills and experience from my interactions with people. I also found a balance and had fun when I had to with my friends. The first guys who always showed interest in me. I was ready to date and all, but I wasn't ready for any sexual activity while dating. I wanted to wait to be married before. Fast forward, I met this young man at a conference. Our eyes caught each other and he smiled at me. He was handsome and well-built. I liked everything about him. We didn't talk or see each other again that day. But the next day, we bumped into each other at the conference. This time, he walked towards me, introduced himself as Kelvin, and we got talking. We spoke for about 20 minutes and exchanged contacts. Kelvin and I started talking and going on dates. I wanted to get to know him more. He opened up to me about his life and more. In all this, one thing I liked was the fact that he was ready and willing to wait till marriage before we got intimate. I loved that so much and that got me happy. Fast forward, we started dating. Kelvin was fond of showering me with gifts a lot. I guess I enjoyed that. In all our time together, I realized that Kelvin usually spoke about his male friends more. He always went out with some male friends of his, slept at their place, and had some, most times with them. I asked him one day if he didn't have female friends. His reply was that women could be troublesome and so fed the guys. Well, at least I am not troublesome. Fast forward, we dated for 5 months and we eventually proposed marriage. I was the happiest lady. He came to see my family with his family for a week or 6. The wedding went on very well, and this was the beginning of a new life for me. In fact, the wedding was the talk of town because my parents are well known in our community and also in the church. Now, this is where the issues started. After a week of marriage, Kelvin didn't want to make love to me. Anytime I got close, he gave me excuses of being tired. I didn't understand. One weekend, I decided to prepare for him. I decorated our room with some petals, scented candles, and wore a sexy lingerie. I sat on the bed and waited for him. He came to the room. Didn't look so surprised to our meet. I got up and walked to him and hugged him. I started to touch him all over to try and get him aroused and make love to me, his wife. Nothing worked. He just walked out. This went on for a while. One day, He came home a bit frustrated. I was laying on the bed. He laid by me and just out of the bed, made out with me. It was short and not intimate. It was
No problem.
more like he wasn't really interested. I spoke to one of my close friends who said that probably he had issues with alcohol, so I should give him time.
No alcohol.
A month passed by. Nothing had changed. I went to our pastor and told him. He asked that I fast and pray for him. Still, nothing changed. One day, I went to him and asked him, Calvin, didn't you find me attractive? He downplayed with that and told me how attractive I was. So I asked him, what's the reason you don't want to get into it with me, your wife? He got up, gave me a kiss on the forehead, and left the room. 2 days later, I came back from work and met Calvin in the room sitting on the floor. He told me he had something to share with me. Calvin just dropped the bombshell. I am bisexual. I love men more than. I had to marry you because of my family's inheritance, which had a condition that I had to be married before I could access it. I didn't love you because I love my gay partner. However, I have also grown fond of you and so I don't want to leave you or let you go. Huh? I began crying. What had just happened? Why didn't I realize this from the start? This is what's happening to me. Calvin then said that he wanted us to remain married and that he wouldn't mind me finding another man to make love to me and make me feel good. But he wasn't willing to divorce me. This is not possible. How can this be happening? This is my broken pen. How do I fix this?
Now, this is quite a story, and this is the type of story where you need a little bit of, a chilled glass of cocktail from Nags, Calabash and Cocktail to delve into the conversation properly. And of course, I've got mine here. Today he's serving me a little bit of green, and I'm wearing red and white, so I guess it works well. Anyways, I've got my guest. I believe you've all heard the story, and we're trying to play an open field. Let me just say this. But everybody is free to say whatever they think is right or wrong. There are no judgments here. But wait, Michelle will judge me do what? But guys, we've had a story. I'll start with you because you're sitting directly across me. What do you make of our dear sister's letter?
I would first of all say that was a very sad story coming from her, but I blame her like 90% of whatever has happened. Because she missed the details of what was actually happening or what was supposed to happen.
Do you think perhaps she missed those details because she was more concerned about somebody that wasn't interested in having sex before marriage?
And that is a big red flag.
Red flag?
That's why I do red.
Okay.
But I'm saying that was a big red flag because she was more, into the lavish part of the the gifts.
The gift showering.
Exactly, and she missed the details to whatever he had to do. But the guy was not even making any instances of trying to have sex with you. I do not condone to sex before marriage, but then we are humans.
Are you sure you haven't had sex?
I have had sex.
Okay.
I mean, I'm young and energetic. God forgive
but
me.
you don't condone to it.
Yeah, I don't condone to it doesn't mean that I'm not doing. Do you get it? I have done it before and I would say I'm too happy about it, but that has cemented my relationship as well.
Okay.
So if the guy comes off like, oh, in fact, let's say if the girl comes off and say, oh, I don't want to have sex with you before we get married and all that. If the guy does not make any instances towards you like, yeah, I've agreed that we're not going to make love before we marry, but if he's not sexually
At least he's not
attracted
tried.
to you for you to stop him like, babes, you see, this is what we do. Then that's a very big red flag.
flag.
Because you must be sexually attracted to your partner for you to know that, yeah, this is actually going to work and he's into me.
Interesting stand. Ada,
Yes.
if you were this lady, put yourself into her shoes. What are you doing?
Okay, first, with she's
Roy just shook his head before he started speaking. He just gave you a little, don't disappoint me. So sweet.
okay. First, with she gaslighting the no sex for my. It was a no other side because hello, everybody needs sex.
Okay.
So
Please, I
Yeah,
want to
the
be
way
unfair.
Yaya is behaving, yeah, you've not had sex. Yeah, you're a virgin.
I am a virgin to the glory of the Lord.
oh my
The
God.
glory of the Lord,
Yes.
not to man.
No,
Okay,
the
there we
glory
go.
of God.
You've answered me.
Ada,
So I feel like when she wasn't getting that sex side, she's supposed to question herself. What am I doing wrong? Is it that I'm not attractive or something?
so from there she should have seen the signs.
Yeah, because for me, if my partner is not having sex with you or doesn't want, I question
Doesn't even
myself
touch you,
a
cry,
lot.
There's question mark there.
You understand?
Yes.
My mind become like a lot. I think a lot. What am I doing wrong? Oh, like maybe I've done something. You understand? So for she gaslighting that side and she's in like marriage before sex, you know. She has put herself in that state. You understand? So it's up to her to find out if she's staying or she's leaving.
Happy you mentioned that. We'll get to that. Roy,
Let me take a sip.
yes, you need to take a sip of Nat's cocktail because today's issue, the end of the crowd,
It's scary.
So send in your reactions to our WhatsApp number. Roy,
Now this lady, come.
Yes.
I'm talking to you.
say inch closer, inch
Come.
closer.
Now I'm gonna be talking in the girl code.
Okay. Tell them.
Girl.
Tell them. Tell them.
Okay, now let me talk in human language because you probably didn't understand. Leave.
She should leave, eh?
Leave because why are you still staying?
But he's bi.
He's gonna like the guy. He clearly
Because
states that
he's already
he
said
likes the
nice guy.
guy more than you can open your walls of Jericho. He won't come to you. Just pack your things
But now
and
this is a
leave.
situation where he's also saying that she shouldn't leave. And she shouldn't tell anybody.
Girl, my happiness is important than you, the man.
So you did.
Yes, leave.
Sharpen
Because there
sharp.
are other men around who would want you. Yes. So just leave. You don't have to stay because unless probably you're getting good money. That's it.
I think that is also
That is
a
why
factor.
probably
She
she's
said that he's very
staying
well
because
to do.
probably it's just
He's
money.
an affluent
Yes,
man.
but on a more serious note, just leave for your peace of mind. You're a woman. You find somebody else.
Right, so assuming that you are this lady, you've decided, I mean, you're torn between staying and living.
Yeah.
And at some point you're like, you know what, maybe I should stay. And then your husband comes to you and said, okay, since you're staying, I want us to have an open marriage where I can bring in my gay partner and then, you know, we can all, for lack of a better word, have fun.
No. Nada.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's, I don't know how to put this. If a man is bisexual, if a man is gay, you can never take the gay out of him. You can never take the bisexual out of him.
Okay.
He's going to go for the, even if he's saying, oh, let's have an open relationship. And then as long as he has made it clear to you that he enjoys being with a man more than you, you're nothing. You're just in the house, moving. Left
You're just
and right.
like a fetish.
Yes, exactly.
Like a beautiful
And then
fetish
as a
that you're
woman,
using.
yes, and as a woman, you need attention. You need a man to be all over you. You need to be seen. So just leave. There's no long talk.
No long talk.
Pack your
Now,
things
I want
and
to
go.
take a turn to my back because when we were having the conversation, I saw Zico doing, and he said, Zico, what do you make of this story?
This year I've changed.
You have changed.
You've
Okay,
changed.
tell us the changes. Let us reflect in this story.
The change is this, that assumption of no sex before marriage.
No lie.
I'm sure it won't work in my book.
Hey.
And it's never going to work in my
You
book.
understand.
You know. So I don't understand why people would go with that code of I want to stay in sex without marriage.
Yeah.
So the thing is, she made a very big mistake
Yeah.
in the first place. One, losing out on who she wants and what she really wants. You get it. If it's love, fair enough. Like somebody sharing with love and all those things. At least you also know the other side of the person, because it's life. Like we say, you marry for good and
for
better
the
for
bad.
worse. Yeah, so if you decided to be with him and you got into this stage, since you made that first mistake, yeah, I would say stay.
Stay.
and continue your
That is
mistake.
like. But you guys is not a
You stay inside.
She should stay. Why are you saying she should stay? Like, why are you saying that? Why would you stay so long as he has already said he's
Yes.
into men?
Why would you stay in the name of for better for worse?
Yes.
You will die.
Yes.
So if your sister
I want to
asks you this,
Yes, I want to ask you the same question.
If your sister was in that position,
Why do you use a sister? If you got married
Yes.
and your wife tells you
Yes.
that she's a lesbian,
Oh, yeah, that is
she's
good.
not
let me tell you let me tell you something. Men don't like bisexual women. For them, see, that one is different.
that is a perfect scenario for us.
See, every day I'll mix for them. I'll take them to tease them off. And now by the time they are awake,
you change the conversation. Let's get straight.
they will decline.
Now, I like where the conversation is going, but I want us to take a breather, and I want to ask you this question. Everybody wants success, don't we? Everybody wants to be successful in life. Well, since everybody wants success, and since everybody dreams of success, we all aspire to succeed and make a mark in life. We push ourselves to excel, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Charlie, when work gets tough, and I promise you it will, you will need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And in those days when you need someone to be there for you, Cowbell Coffee will be on your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will kickstart your day. Whether you are working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So no matter where you are at, as you chase after those goals, keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment. Now we're back to the conversation. I feel like this is a conversation that a lot of people have had, but I just want to know your personal thoughts. So I'm starting with Ada. I know that you already mentioned that if you're with your partner and he's not sexually attracted to you, there's going to be a problem. Do you endorse sex before marriage? Do you think that it is important for every relationship therein? Smiling here. Are we safe? Are we safe?
I'll say yes for something like this. You understand? You have to know, like, marriage is like a long time something. Yeah, so when you are going into it, you have to be mentally strong, physically strong, like every strength you need, you have to. So you don't need to make a mistake like at the first round of it, because once you make that mistake, it's going with you throughout your marriage. So maybe you want to divorce. So I feel like know the person you are with both ways, whether family background, whatever background, and even their bedroom background needs checking.
It needs checking.
Yes.
But I'm happy she's saying this because I remember, I think a year ago, Simi, the musician, she also put out a similar, she said it is important, well, for her, in her opinion, she thinks it is important for couples to cohabitate before marriage for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So whether you want to get to know them mentally, physically, sexually, it is very important that you cohabitate. When she said that, there was a lot of fire on her. But Roy, sex, is it important in a relationship, or would you endorse, well, in your opinion,
sex before
marriage?
Definitely, because
Okay.
let's say, now, I don't know if people still do like courtship. I don't know.
I think now they've blurred the lines between dating
And
courting somebody, being in a relationship, inching to. See, a lot of people have even blurred the lines between courtship and marriage.
Yeah.
Because now they are cohabitating and they say, oh, it's my wife, she's my wife, it's my husband,
Yeah.
Please continue.
So, sex before marriage. I'm a Christian, I read the Bible. Sex before marriage is very, very important. Yes, because you would want to know what will happen when, at that moment, when you're in the bedroom, what is going to happen. Maybe the man could have maybe some disease, maybe something that he's not sexually satisfying you well. You need to know all this before you decide that, oh, I'm going into a full-time marriage.
Okay.
So sex before marriage, for me, okay.
I want to read your thoughts, but on the back of that, question, many a time religious leaders, our parents, some of them, they are very hypocritical. Religious leaders and our parents tell us, you don't have to have sex before marriage. Now, there have been plenty of times where, I mean, in our generation, where people have come out to say, oh God, I wish I knew my partner sexually before marriage, because now I'm not feeling that sexual energy, that sexual attraction there. Do you think that is grounds to, kind of like push the narrative where, you know what, we should be free to have sex before marriage, just to get to know your partner?
Not that we should be free to have sex before marriage, but I feel like no sex before marriage is like a thing of the past. Do you think? What we used to use as transportation back in the 1990s is not what we are using as transportation now. Even now, if you buy a new gadget from a store, you want to open it right in front of you. Exactly. So what was this particular lady, my sister, what were you doing for the time you were dating to you courted and now married? Because I feel like she was a very lazy girl. Sorry. Lazy girl, because you should have read the book very, very, very
I feel like a lot of people said that the signs were there. She just tuned her mind out of it because she's continuing the narrative. No sex before marriage. So since he's not touching me, oh hallelujah, oh my. And even in her letter, she says, I like that he wasn't talking about sex and all.
So you yourself now, you don't like sex in the first place. So now God has given you that.
Somebody that you complain.
She wanted to see how red the flag is.
Red flag. Actually, the first red flag was when he said, oh, he's always hanging out with his homies. His
homies never came home. Introduced you to the homies and said, it's my girl.
Both parts is actually sad because for the guy, we live in a society where everything that is happening. So he thinks that the best way to cover it up is by getting married so that the family will stop. When are you getting married?
I love how you mentioned this because there have been situations where we've heard people get married just to cover what sexuality or what sexual identification belongs to.
They call them what?
Beard men.
Personally, I've had that encounter before. I think 2 or 3 years ago, a friend of mine contacted me and they told me that he has a friend and they want us to strike a deal. And at that time, I didn't have a job, so I was like, okay, I'll do anything for money, talk to me. And then he says, oh, he wants to introduce me to his family as his girlfriend, but he's gay. And I said, okay, sure.
Why not?
That's crazy.
Bro, he was going to give me 1,000 CDs a week, and this was 2021, was it 2020? Imagine. Now, the problem in that instance was, I think a week before we were supposed to meet and he take me to his family. He comes back to tell me that, there have to be some changes because he's bi, he's not gay, so you sleep with me. That's what the contract.
He will sleep with you.
That was not the contract we had.
Yes.
And I feel like many a time there are people that actually do this. They have been numerous stories. But sometimes we see these stories on social media and then we just laugh. But we don't realize how serious they are. People just marry just to cover such situations. So Noridi, the same question I gave to Zico, I'm going to ask you. Take away the fact that men love women and blah blah. But what would you do if you got married and your wife is refusing to let you touch her? Later you come back from work and then she tells you, honey, I just want to tell you something. I'm a lesbian, no. I love women more than men. Hold on to that one, guys. We're going to be talking with You're welcome back from that break again. I want to say a big thank you to New Edition Home Minimalist and Bespoke Furniture, located in the ANC corner, East Legon. They have granted us their space. I mean, these lovely chairs you're seeing. Amazing furniture on the set of the, the new outlook for Broken Pen. Again, big thank you to Nax Calabash and Cocktail. They're serving us. As you can see, my glass is already, I'm like quarter down. But guys, if you're just joining us, this is the Broken Pen Show, only on MX24 TV. And just before we went on break, I was asking Nuruddin what he would do if his wife came to him and told him, honey, I'm a lesbian. I don't love men. I mean, what are you doing?
First of all, I feel like the guys will come after me for saying this.
Okay.
My apologies. I will divorce her.
Why?
In the instance where she tells me, yeah, I'm into women only. I don't like men as well.
Okay.
If she was bisexual, I would happily, add on a second.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I want to question the angle he wants to come from.
Okay, question.
She's bisexual. That would be okay.
Yeah, I'll be totally okay. I mean, she's a woman. I still have the coochie to myself. And this time around, instead of entering, listen, calm down. Instead of enjoying just the main dish, you're having a dessert.
Oh my God!
I mean,
Come on.
But if she's exclusive,
the Holy Father, the Son, and the Spirit, right?
the spirits in this.
Yeah, but funny enough,
The one coming from
funny
Trinity is good.
Funny enough, the same way the guy feels he loves men more.
Yeah.
The woman too is fully lesbian.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm not going to condemn the guy. The guy has no problem.
Okay.
I mean, my problem is the woman not paying attention to details. I have no problem with the guy being bisexual. The woman should have seen it.
I have a problem.
Yeah, you have a problem because you feel that is not a normal orientation of a
It's
man.
not about it being normal or not being normal.
But then,
Gentlemen, be bold if you want to be bi and do your thing. Let the
no,
but
you can't tell me how I should feel. If I have the instances.
Oh my God!
Me as I stand, even if my lady tells me make I do anal, then my thing will go off. It's like funny.
If a woman tells you to do
I will never put up chairman.
You know what? That's
I'll never. Come on.
No. I see. But then again, that's what I'm saying, that if she doesn't allow me to also have sex with her, then I'll divorce you. Because I need to...
No, why would you divorce her? No.
Better for worse doesn't mean that if you are dying, you should sit down and die. Do not condone to any a single metal on your hand.
No. Some of our parents are still in a crazy toxic relationship
Relationship,
marriage.
yeah.
But they believe in time for words.
It's a perfect example of being in a relationship where the husband or the wife is abusing you. And
See, you saw the red flag. Imagine I'm in a relationship with you, your boyfriend. I stabbed you one. Whilst we're dating, whilst we're dating, I go out with you in public, I insult you whilst we're dating, and you still went ahead because I'm lavishing you with gifts.
See,
and you say yes, I do on the altar.
I can
run away.
I can emphatically
explaining it because I think a week, 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, there was a similar issue that was happening. I saw on the timeline where the police had ransacked a woman's home because the husband had filed a complaint, and she had already come out to say that the husband had been abusing her. And I don't think it is right.
See, I practically believe that he's the kind of people that weigh some sin above the other.
Yes.
You are giving me the scenario. Wait, calm down. You are giving me the scenario where if I hate you, that one, you should leave the marriage. But this is someone being deprived of sexual connection.
So would
I
you
don't know how
rather
intimate sex is.
Oh my God.
This man is not coming to prevent with you. See the instance where he had the sex with her. When he was frustrated, by this time the guy that he's seeing did not
He's having sex with
I'm saying even with the abusive relationship, when you saw the red flags, I gave an example.
But she wasn't seeing the red flags.
And she's saying,
she wasn't paying attention to the red flags when she was dating him. She wasn't.
How do you know she wasn't paying attention to the red flags?
Because she was clouded by the thoughts that somebody that has
and how famous the parents are in the community. They are very famous.
And she was just blinded by that thought that, since I have always held the belief that no sex before marriage. Oh my God, I've met my Prince who actually believes
in 2025.
That was childishness in my world.
At any point in everybody's life, they displayed a level of childishness.
Exactly, that is true.
So yeah,
I have, you have, we all have.
I'm still doing right now. I'm still doing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing right now. I'm still doing it because the thing is, see, Chairman. You being a guy, she being the lady.
Okay.
Love is love, and sex is sweet. That one love, I would like to.
For somebody who in the previous season said he was the virgin, I was telling us that sex is sweet.
Yes, I've told you by December.
You are
also you are
broken his virginity.
And I'm flying for 35. So the thing is, see, the very moment she was saying to herself, no sex before marriage, no sex before marriage, no sex before marriage. Then I just, from the story, I felt she wasn't ready for life. You get it?
Yeah.
Life is those who know there can be good times, there can be bad times. I can fall, I can rise out of it.
Yeah.
You can't just box yourself and tell my no sex before marriage. So the very moment you walk down that lane, and you appreciated everything was doing for you, and you took that ring.
Oh my, stay.
Please.
You just have to stay inside.
You have to enjoy the ride.
No.
Wow.
Oh, you have to enjoy the ride. There are toys everywhere. You have to toy yourself.
You have to
toy yourself.
But I also feel like a lot of people have also come out to say that the toys do not do justice. Like
Exactly.
How can you compare a rapper coffee to
you understand? But guys, we went out into the public. We presented this story to the public. Now we're going to move into the court of public opinion, and then we'll hear the other. We'll be right back.
If your girlfriend is bisexual, I think she's doing ladies as she's doing you, what will you do?
Oh, I'll just leave her fast. Yeah, because why can a woman be bisexual? You know that because sometimes I'm a very I'm a very Christian. Yeah, I always attend church. So, what I believe, yes, I trust my belief. You know that. So sometimes some of the ladies don't worship the Lord. So they just, they just put in mind that in this world God is not there. But me, I trust. I believe that God is there. So I cannot be with a woman who is bisexual.
And your partner, your man, has a male partner, as in he's gay or he's bi, what would you do?
He found his purpose. I'll find my way out. So,
Thank you,
yes.
sister.
Meaning you're not open to an open relationship with his gay partner?
Yes, exactly. Because if I'm in love with him, doesn't mean I'm in love with his gay partner. Besides, even if he was gay and he was probably honest about it, there would have been some consideration.
So the fact that he lied kills all consideration.
It does. Nevertheless, it doesn't mean that I want to date someone who is gay. Yeah.
So far as she does that before we met and she has been cool with me, there is no sickness, we are in a happy relationship, I get nothing to do about that. Yeah.
It will not be a problem for you at all.
I also change a little bit. Yeah, I also going for new girls and stuff. You can enjoy different people because I was going for it. I also change on you.
Okay. So you will not be open to an open relationship with her partner of like her other female partner. Will you be open to an open relationship to the person? With the person, sorry.
No.
You're not open to an open relationship with your man's gay partner?
No.
Never? Your man is gay, or should I say your man is bi. What will you do?
Okay, so if I find that out, I'll just leave him because he has found his true self. So I'll just leave him so that he can go and continue whatever he wants to do.
But have you considered maybe an open relationship with his gay partner?
No, not at all. I won't even consider it. I won't consider it, cry.
I think if I really like her that much, I shouldn't have a problem with that, actually.
You shouldn't have a problem with that. So it means you are open to having an open relationship with her lesbian partner.
It depends on how we talk about it. Yeah, if she feels the like is more on that side, I should actually just walk away to prevent myself from getting into problems.
If I find out, or if it could be like maybe somebody told me, or maybe a friend of hers or something told me, I won't ask you. You get me? I'm a kind of person, if I'm real with you, I'm real with you. But if I hear something about you, like you being lesbian or something, it will change my perception of you, how I see things about you. Though you are good to me, you are everything and all that, but everything will just change at that moment. You get me? I won't ask you, cause I'll feel shy to ask you, cause it's nasty, it's disgusting. You get me? For you to be doing such. Licking and all that stupid stuff, you get me? Sorry to use that word. But it doesn't make sense. There's an opposite sex that you can have all of those things with. Like there's a man you can have, you get me? I'll cheat on you. I'll keep cheating on you. And I'll keep cheating on you. And I'll keep cheating on you. Till you find out, and you won't find out. So if it's forever, it's forever. You get me? Till you pack your stuff and go.
Okay, so you're not open to an open relationship with her lesbian partner?
Oh, I wouldn't have anything to do about it. I won't ask you anything, you get me? So you're a partner, whether you're continuing it, and you'll be facing a bad, like, you come when I'm chilling and all that, I'm on my one side. I'm supposed to call you, come and sit by me and all that. I'll be watching, did the house inside. Like, you're not partying, you get me? I won't ask you, I don't want to find, maybe like,
about you having someone
how do you call
else
it?
outside.
Evidence. I don't want to find evidence, because it's nasty. It's disgusting.
Well, this is quite the reaction from the public. Now, we have some people saying, I don't care if you found your true self. I'm also going to leave the marriage and find my true self. Another person says, I'll be in a relationship with you, I'll be in the marriage with you, but me too, I will search my own. You understand? Do you think this situation that is presented to us is grounds for divorce, Ada?
Well, Yeah.
You go for divorce. Roy, I feel like I know your answer. You leave it. Sharp. You don't even think about it. Nurudi.
Leave.
After she tells you, no, you're like, thank you very much for telling me this. God be with you. Peace out. Zico.
Zico will stay.
For better, for worse.
You've changed your mind.
In this world, my peace of mind over everything.
What do you say? You use it for better, for worse.
My sanity over everything.
No, stay there. Stay there. Let them be answers.
But I'm saying the fact that I might tolerate or allow you to do your thing and not leave my marriage does not mean I'm going to be thinking about it and die in the marriage.
So are you saying that you cheat?
That one, I'm very sorry. We are going to be like the Will Smith version. We are all going to and we are doing entanglements
in your marriage.
Whatever
but is that healthy for you?
It should be, because the same way you're not proud of yourself and of who you are, to accept it and let the world be proud of you.
So do you blame the lady or the man? Because
I
feel
blame
like
the man though.
The man.
I blame the man.
Blaming the man.
I blame the man. Like
you're supposed to say at the beginning. If she was
he was a coward.
No,
he's a bisexual
man.
You should say if the lady is willing to move.
Let's get some definitions out right.
Okay.
Yes. A gay is a man who likes man.
Yes.
A bisexual is a person who likes both
and women.
Exactly.
But in this question, please, in this story, the man in question,
he has already said that he loves men.
His tendencies are more shifted towards men.
He likes men more than.
So he's gay. Like,
he's not gay. He's still bi.
Oh, come on.
Oh my
what
God.
is bi?
He hasn't found what he wants.
Oh, come on.
You understand? He hasn't found what he wants.
So Nurudin and Roy, you're saying that you blame the woman for not paying attention.
Well, I don't necessarily put all the blame on the woman. Some also goes to the man. But I do understand the man and I do understand the woman.
Understand the man?
Understanding the man is, we're in Ghana, West Africa. We know this LGBTQ thing that is happening. That talks about it, families about it. There are a lot of married men here in Ghana who are queer, but they are still married to their wives. They are not telling their wives that, oh, I'm gay, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm this, because they can't. If they do it, it's either their wife is leaving, the judgment
at all.
Because you're queer, you don't have to marry.
No, but at this point, if they're facing some sort of pressure from the family, they'll be forced to get out.
So it's part, like from the guy's family, it's also part.
There are situations where certain people on the spectrum, the LGBTQ plus spectrum, it's not that they don't want to talk about it. Say you've realized that you're gay, or you're lesbian, or you're androgynous, or you're whatever you are, right? And you belong to a family that every Sunday after church, you sit in the living room and they talk bad about people on that spectrum. You don't even have the confidence to come to them and tell them.
Exactly.
So of course you're going to marry a man.
Let me chip in something. Let me use my story as in the beginning. I am an androgynous, effeminate boy.
I am a cross-dresser.
I'm a drag queen, so I'm a performer. So I dress to resemble a girl to perform on stage. I'm a dancer with Phoenix Dance Group, so that is what I do. On a normal, I'm a student. On a normal day, I'm just in my t-shirt and then in my baggie. And then growing up, being an effeminate person, I come from a strict Christian home. Every Sunday, we're going to church. Every Sunday, we're going to church. Now, as I was growing up, everybody was like, "In Alba, no yoba," and I said, "Bema."
So can I put you on the spot and ask you a question?
No, let me finish so that you can. Oh, Obano Yoba. People were asking my mom every time that we go out. People were like, "Hey, Obaba, where I feel?" My mom would be like, "Oh, it's actually a boy. It's actually." I got to, like, when I was in high school, I went to Osei Boys School. I love that school so much. Yes. So I was in school and then yes, I was in school and then I was called to come back home because a pastor said I act effeminate because I have marine spirit in me. We went to a park. You see Ghanaians, we do have like these parks that we pray, and then they were throwing water, sachet of water all over me to remove the spirit. Here I am, 2025. I don't know if the marine spirit is still in me, but this is how I am. Now growing up, I made my mom understand that oh, I'm a drag performer, it's nothing serious. You can think I'm gay, you can think I'm this,
Oh,
you
but
can
it's
think
serious.
I'm this. No, it's not. So if it's serious for you,
I have a question.
well, let me finish, sweetheart, let me finish. If it's serious for you, that is the you problem, that is not a me problem.
No. I'm not saying it's serious as in serious for me. Me, where I grew up, the school I went to, I also went to this school. And you know,
yes.
You know the people do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I want whoever you are, like the way I came on TV to say I want to break my virginity, and
Hey, wow, you actually did that.
No, in this they can't. Wait, let me tell you. If I sit here and I tell you that I'm gay, what is assured my safety when I go out?
Yeah.
Are you going to protect me? No, because you know what happened to gay people when they are caught. They are beaten mercilessly.
I
You
really don't
can't
understand
beat
that
the gay out of somebody.
sort of justice. Like, you found out somebody is gay.
You are beating the
Yeah,
guy.
you understand?
Rapists are not even being beaten like that.
You understand?
Rapists are not being beaten. Abusers are not being beaten like that. But it's always,
I think it has to do with the moral indoctrination that is happening here in Africa, in Ghana, for example. Many a time, when people hear, oh, your son or your brother is gay, they're like, you're looking at you with a bombastic side eye. That's how it goes. But I think if I allow this back and forth between Roy and Zico happens, we're not going to finish. But we have some comments that I would like to read. And so we have Mami Jechiwa, and she says, God help our generation because we are sick. What is this? Adobe GH says, the pen is broken and packed because no advice from here. Some might say divorce him, but if you're not careful, the very side you didn't know he had will be the one that might end your life for fear that you tell the rest of the world his secrets. Charlie, in this life, just pray that your eyes be open to everything about your partner before you end up saying, I do. Charlie, this is insane. Louis Handler says, I think you want to wait after marriage. Next time, test before buy. And Ekwiabosu says, like you rightly said, you are Christian. Did you pray about him before marrying him? 5 months? Or you just fall flat for the fact that he was willing to wait? Now divorce him because that's the only option you have. This is a very sensitive conversation.
Exactly.
There's so many different opinions. I mean, there's no right one and there's no wrong one. But we've gotten to my favorite part of the show, my favorite segment, Look Into My Eyes. I always sing this song, look into my eyes, come on. Look into my eyes, like you're looking into my eyes. So guys, I believe that you're all new to the set. So for Look Into My Eyes, this segment, what you do is, you look directly into your camera and then you give a piece of advice for our right hand. And then we're starting with you.
Okay, so my advice is marriage is important, yes, but doesn't mean you should rush into it because it's a long journey at the end. So choose right, know what you want, know what your heart wants before you move into anything called marriage. That's my advice for the youth, those who are planning on getting married, and those who want to get married in this year 2025.
Period. Roy, let's hear from you.
Girl.
Come closer.
Come closer. First of all, I just want to apologize that you're going through this. I am so sorry. I want to apologize on behalf of the... Yes. But yeah, I said it and I'm going to say it again. Pack your things and leave. Pack your things and leave. And you're going to have a peace of mind because at the end of the day, you're going to get another man. You want a man. Go out, dress, look nice. Go on a solo date, you get a man. Period.
Rudy.
Let me take off my...
Let's get very phenomenal.
See, you've been foolish once.
Wow.
Don't repeat it again. Just pack your things, leave that home because it's no more a home, it's a brother. This man has lied to you, made you know that he is what is unidentifiable. So please, just pack your things and go. Just go and tell, your story is good though. Just go and tell your parents that the man that you guys married me for says he doesn't like women again.
He has returned me.
Pack your things and go. Anything that will hinder your happiness, go. Please, run.
And I think that one of the most important things about this is, I know a lot of people aren't into religion and all of this, but I always say pray. Pray, don't pray to don't say, oh, I pray to God, I'm praying to Allah. Just pray to the universe. Yeah. Sometimes we just need a little bit of prayer to know what next steps we should take. But guys, we are finally drawing the curtains of today's show. But before we go, Telecel says I can tell you to switch to the Telecel fixed broadband today and experience incredible bonuses, non-expiry bundles, data transfers across devices, and lots more. New customers get 50% bonus data in addition to other mind-blowing offers, and existing customers receive 300% bonus data on every broadband renewal to keep browsing. To subscribe to Telecel Fixed Broadband for these amazing offers, dial *900# or use the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail outlet or www.telecel.com.gh and get connected today. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Telecel, connecting energies. But guys, here's where we draw the curtains for today's show. I hope we're able to learn this booking terms to the best of our abilities. There is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. All of this would not have been possible without New Edition Home Minimalist and Bespoke Furniture located in AMC Corner, East Legon. You can reach out to them on the number 0551 501 978 on their website at neweditionhomegh.com. Thank you to Telecel Ghana, Max Calabash and Telecel, Betway and Cowbell Corp. To our crew backstage, you have done so well today. We say a big thank you for your effort in making this a success. I'll see you same time next week. My name is Ladita. Peace out. Bye.